Ladies and gentlemen, Storm Bowling has 3 new bowling balls that have been announced and are coming out very soon. Those are the Roto Attention Star S2, the Storm Road Warrior, and the 900 Global Origin. So, in this video, what we're going to do is determine where that fits in your arsenal, where it compares with other Storm Bowling balls, and if you truly need these balls or not. Reminder, if you like what we do here, make sure to drop a subscription. It helps me out a ton, and then you get notified right when we have a new video go live. Now, we'll be building an arsenal with all 3, but we'll be giving a ton of extra options in every single category, so make sure to tune along and listen, and you'll be able to see exactly where these balls fit and where your other Storm Bowling balls fit. So, we are going to kick it off with the strong and smooth category. Now, in this category, I don't think any of the 3 new balls actually fit. So the bowling balls that can be put here are the Ion Max, the XL, and the Harsh Reality Solid. Now, out of these 3, the Harsh Reality Solid is the earliest and the smoothest in the list. The Ion Max is going to be second in the middle, and the XL is going to be the weakest and the sharpest of the 3. Now, with all of these, the Attention Star S2 does start creeping into XL territory. However, I think the Attention Star S2 is a little bit longer and a little bit sharper than the XL. So, if you have an XL, do you need an S2? They're going to be a little too close in my opinion if you don't own many bowling balls. But if you have a Harsh or you have an Ion Max, the S2 is going to be a really good ball down from that. Now, with the S2, we slowly start creeping over to the strong and sharp category. The S2 is going to be the earliest and smoothest ball on the strong and sharp list. Some other options in this category are going to be things like the Harsh Reality Pearl, the Virtual Energy Blackout, the Attention Star, and also the brand new 900 Global Origin. Now, like I said, the S2 is going to be the earliest and smoothest in this category. Next one up is going to be the Harsh Reality Pearl. This ball has such a massive core and cover combo. It's going to be just a little bit later than the S2, especially because it comes shiny, and just a little bit sharper. Really not much in sharpness. It's going to be a pretty similar reaction down lane. But then what comes next? Next one down the list is going to be the Origin. The 900 Global Origin is cleaner than both the S2 and the Harsh Reality Pearl, and cleaner equals hooks later down lane. And this Origin is going to get further down lane. However, this ball is smoother than the Harsh Reality Pearl and the Attention Star S2. A little bit interesting. This ball gets far down lane, but is also super smooth and round. It really reminds me of a Virtual Energy Blackout. Now, where's the Virtual Energy Blackout fit? The Vivo is actually going to be below and after the Origin. It's going to be longer, but a similar-ish ball reaction. Now, do you need the Origin and the Vivo? I don't personally think so. If you have a Vivo, you don't need an Origin, vice versa. Then the final ball on the list, the Attention Star, is coming after all of those. So then after you have the Origin, after you have the Vivo, the Attention Star is the longest and the sharpest on the list. So the Attention Star, in my opinion, can fit with every other ball that we mentioned on this list. Can you have an Origin and an Attention Star? Absolutely. They're going to be a little bit different. The Origin is going to be earlier and smoother than the Attention Star. Now that we went through 2 of those bowling balls out of the 3, let's go to the medium and smooth category. A lot of great options in this slot. You're going to have things like the Optimum Idol Solid, Sublime Focus, Phase 2, Summit Ascent, really good bowling balls in this list. In general, you can pick any of these. None of them are anywhere remotely close to the Attention Star, S2, the Origin, or the Road Warrior. So really pick any of these 4 that you really think is best. If you're more rev dominant, I always recommend the Ascent. If you're more speed dominant, I would go with an Optimum Idol or a Sublime Focus. Everybody then should have a Phase 2. Next up in the medium and sharp category, this is when things get a little interesting because the Road Warrior, although it is a High Road Pearl remake, it doesn't really fit in the weak and sharp category. It actually is a weaker medium and sharp bowling ball. So other medium and sharp balls right now from Storm Bowling are going to be the Sublime, the Optimum Idol Pearl, the Phase AI, a lot of bowling balls in that list. All of those are going to be similar-ish to the Attention Star. They're not going to be similar to an Origin or S2, so any of those would fit and pair well with an Origin. However, the Road Warrior is going to be a couple steps below all of those bowling balls. While it is a High Road Pearl remake, it is both earlier and a little bit sharper than the old High Road Pearl. A little bit interesting. So it's not going to be at the level of like an IQ Ruby that I originally expected. It's actually a lot stronger based on what a lot of staffers are seeing out of it. So if you're looking for a medium and sharp ball and the ones I mentioned are too strong and you want something that's a little more versatile and there's a bigger gap between your strong sharp, medium sharp, and weak sharp, go with the Road Warrior. This ball looks incredible. Stu Williams and Chris Barnes adore this thing already. A lot of staffers adore this thing already. They say it's an old school Storm ball reaction, which is very skid flippy. So this could be really good for that. This will be, though, a medium and sharp ball. And finally, in the weak and smooth and weak and sharp categories, we don't have any new bowling balls here, so we're just going to go back to the oldies. We have the Hustle X-Ray, and we have the IQ Tour and the Ion Pro inside that weak and smooth slot. All of those are going to pair well with the medium and smooth bowling balls and with the strong and smooth. None of them are too close to the Road Warrior, so you don't have to worry about any issue with bowling balls matching each other, so any of those will be great. And finally, in the weak and sharp category, we do have something interesting to look at is the IQ Ruby and the Exponent Pearl versus the Road Warrior. The Road Warrior is going to be sharper and a little earlier than both of those bowling balls. The IQ Ruby and the Expo Pearl are going to go further down lane and be a lot, well, the Expo Pearl will be a little bit smoother. The IQ Ruby will be a lot smoother. So in that weak and sharp slot, you don't have to worry about a competition between those and the Road Warrior. It really depends on what fits you better. If you're a little more around the ball, you might like something like an IQ Ruby better. But if you're more up the back of it, you might like an Exponent Pearl. So that is our Storm arsenal with a lot of bowling balls. We covered so many bowling balls in that with the brand new 3. The main things you need to know, the little TLDR is going to be the S2 and the Origin are going to fit in the strong and sharp category in 2 different spots in the strong and sharp category. And then the Road Warrior is going to be lower end of the medium and sharp category. Very good things to know. Hopefully you guys can use those when building your next arsenal. These balls come out very, very soon. So make sure to stay tuned to the channel. We might have some videos on some of these coming up. Who knows? But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Make sure to subscribe to stay notified for next time we have a video go up or next time we go live. Thank you.